Oh, what a fell, prodigious podcast recording this is, observes Fair Kruppe. He expects a plethora of queries as to the machinations of the Malazan Empire and the fair denizens of the city of Blue Fire, such as, how long is what Murillo's packing? Is the elder god Karul a crocodile who hates gorillas? And why is Baruch the alchemist so annoyed by the road construction workers? Where it's Malazan Maniacs.
Yeah. Those damn road construction workers, huh?
I know. So loud.
So
Suddenly
loud.
the room is full of dust.
You know what they say?
Interesting.
Summer is actually construction season.
Oh my God!
There's two
seasons
in
in
Minnesota.
Darujistan.
Oh yeah, you're better.
You're better. You're better. Wow. Hey everybody.
Yeah.
Welcome.
I'm Danilo. I've read 10 books of the Fallen.
I'm Mac. I've read 4.5 books of the Fallen.
I'm Sarah. I've read 2/7 of the books of the Fallen,
I'm Shelby. I've also read 2/7 of the books of the Fallen.
and I guess we should say
2/7
2/7 of one book
one
of
book
the
of
Fallen.
one book.
Yeah. So much less of a percentage.
Much less.
Do that
But
math
You
at
know
home.
what? That's all right. Do that math at home, folks, and write in. Please send us an email to whatever our email address is. So today we're reading Book 2, Darujistan. I'm going to be leading us through this episode. You'll hear my sultry tones. If you get too horny, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean?
Hey, me
Hey,
too, man.
hey,
yeah, I know
yeah.
that.
And one of the reasons we split it is because the first section is a lot. And I think to be so overwhelmed and then have to read about Kruppe.
a second
like-
book in the second section of a book.
Yeah,
I've
there's
started
more
a new
folks.
book, folks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to have
guess that's true.
Kruppe thrust upon you is not super welcoming. So
Yes, we meet in this section. Fans of the Malazan Book of the Fallen are certainly aware of the Jar Jar Binks of this universe.
Whoa! I would not say that.
I think we really need to bully the actor who plays Kruppe.
I'm just saying, I don't necessarily hate Jar Jar Binks. That's what Tor Re-Read of the Fallen has called him, the Jar Jar Binks. They both like him. That is what folks say. I'm just
Are
putting
you
that
Those
out
people
there.
Jar Jar
have
Binks
no
fan?
whimsy in their heart.
I don't hate Jar Jar Binks, but he's not my favorite. He eats the poop on the table, and we loved it, and we laughed in the theater when I
What
was
are you?
two.
The poop? What poop?
He puts his tongue in the doo-doo. Don't you remember?
no.
It's
I don't.
outside. He goes to bite it, and then Qui-Gon Jinn grabs his tongue.
Oh,
Or
I
no,
thought
wait.
it was like a creature, though. I thought he was like eating food, not poop.
he steps in the doo-doo. Or the
Yeah.
poodoo, sorry.
Who
I'm
doesn't,
sorry.
though, you know?
It's poodoo, please.
Who doesn't
poodoo.
step in
Yeah,
the
fight
poodoo?
about that in the comments, Star Wars,
Yeah.
Star Wars and
Yeah, let us know.
Malazan fans. But yes, Kruppe is, shall we say, divisive by some readers.
That's
He
a
is.
shame.
That's
'cause I love him.
crazy. Me
is.
too.
Yes.
I love a
No,
Kruppe.
they just
Yes.
don't get it. They just don't have the. You have to have the whimsy.
I definitely get it.
No, he's multiple.
He
He's,
talks
he's
in
has-
third
he
person.
contains
I feel like
multitudes.
I know
He's like
him.
The Rock. He's awesome.
Kruppe contains
He
multitudes.
contains
You're gonna.
multitudes.
You remember you said that. That is true.
He's multiple people in one.
Yeah, he's Dr. Manhattan.
What?
Yep.
So, Shelby, I want to know what was your initial reaction to book 2?
Okay. My first reaction was, huh? And then it was, huh? And then it was, And then it was,
Those are the two most positive sounds we've heard yet.
That's true. This is a
Shelby's
callback
sound
to
review.
to the last episode where Shelby had less positive sounds.
It was mostly negative and derisive sounds.
and then it was kind of like,
Oh,
So,
good.
that
So
was-
you kinda
Satisfied
like
That is
it.
very
maybe.
good.
I like this part a lot better.
Good.
Do you like it like as a book, or like you like it more, or like
Or did you like it as a movie?
you know?
liked
Do you
it.
like it, or do you only like it in comparison? Is what I mean.
I
good
like
cue.
it in comparison and in language and in the fact that I know what an assassin is.
Sure.
Oh yes.
I
true.
know what just a normal wizard is. That was nice.
Well, he's just called an alchemist, and you know,
yeah,
like,
I know what
sure,
that is.
alchemy.
I know like what a town is,
You're
you know?
right.
So that was really good.
Yeah.
The
You know,
map
a
was a
high,
little
you know,
easier
a
to
high
follow.
fist, the mane of chaos.
Yeah. The words were a little nicer to read. It was just easier to follow, except for the Kruppe. That was my
It is confusing.
Yeah.
but
But there's magic there.
but it was all a dream, so that was nice. I was like,
yeah.
So you're like, oh, it doesn't
"Ah,
matter,
it
and so you
doesn't
can ignore
matter."
it.
And he was kind of a goofy little guy.
He makes some sort of wax impression of a ring, And Crocus is like, how come my hands are covered in wax? And he's like, never mind. Don't worry about that.
I was really looking forward to hearing what your crop voice
That's
was
what
going to
I
be.
think that's what it
No, but-
sounds like.
I can't
on.
believe people call him like Jar Jar Binks. In my mind, I was like, oh, he's kind of like the Tom Bombadil of this.
Okay.
Well, yeah, that is.
All right, let's take a lap. We're going to need to talk outside.
Well, but it's like just like some sort of outside, external, whimsical thing that like is not necessarily part of.
Is an
the
absurdly like he reads almost like a metatextual character.
Oh,
Like
Yeah, like
everything he
Tom
says-
Bombadil.
Yeah.
Yes. I think. Okay. All right. Let's do it. Let's start.
Well, no,
So
I
the-
have to tell you my initial reaction too. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No,
you,
no, no,
but,
please.
I agree that book 2 was easier to follow, and that like I was like, oh yeah, I know what's going on the whole time. I also thought it was terribly, terribly, terribly boring. I was bored out of my mind.
Wow.
I was like, I just can't wait. I don't care about any of
I
this.
was so bored by the first part, so that's fascinating.
Were you
We
not,
had
Shelby? Were you
opposite.
not bored by the second part?
No, because there was like an active robbery.
I guess that
Oh.
was cool.
I
But we can
get
get
the
into
first-
why as
then
we go
there's a
through
whole rest of the chapter. Those like the first 2 pages.
Yeah, but I'm like, I know what a robbery is.
There is a haunted mansion.
it. That's
there
true.
is a haunted
It
mansion.
was very, that was cool.
There was lots of like assassinations. That was fun.
Mhm.
There was a chase scene.
And there's some things I'm excited to delve into regarding the assassins. I think
Yeah.
Yep.
it's never said who they are. I think you're supposed to surmise from this section what they are.
What's that?
I would certainly argue because that's what they come from above, for crying out loud.
Okay.
I'm just
We
saying.
can
think they're
hint, we can
gods?
hint at it.
I'm just saying. I
Oh.
think it's pretty obvious what's
Really?
going on.
That's
I
what
really
I
do.
would- I would-
No,
I really
I don't
do.
think
Pick up
so.
on any of that.
Because you've read it before and we haven't.
No, but the first time I read it, as soon as they showed up, I was like, "Oh, so it's these."
Who,
people.
the assassants showed up? Or
Yeah, the assassins.
I
They're
guess.
assassins.
Well,
I
I
don't
mean, we'll
think
just have
it's
to
that
walk through
crazy
it.
who they are.
Well, let's just walk through it.
Assassins?
Yeah,
They're
the
people.
assassins. They're people.
They're people. I like how
And they vote, and they're
they
voters.
kill citizens.
Folks, assassins can vote in Darujistan. Don't forget.
Let's read some poetry, shall we?
Yeah.
What windfall has brushed our senses? This rocking thunderhead that scraped the lake's placid waters and spun a single day's shadows like a wheel that rolled us from dawn to dusk while we tottered our tender ways. What windless crackles, dire warnings? There in the gentle swells that tossed a bobbing cork our way with its fine magenta scent wafting like a panoply of petals that might be ashes and twilight's crimson smear. Rumor born, Fisher born, we don't know.
There was a
When was
mention.
Fisher
I can't
born?
remember where it
It's
was,
question
and
mark.
maybe
I
it
know.
was maybe it was later. Maybe it wasn't in this section, but there is mention of like a magic or a god whose color is magenta. I don't remember what that was.
You're thinking of Magenta Man.
Yeah, the superhero in this section.
I don't remember, but so if as we go along and there's somebody that has magenta, like I didn't remember that I didn't remember that magenta was in the opening
Sure.
poem, but now
Which
I
is why it's
remember
fun
it
to-
reading
yeah.
back. Yeah.
That's the poem that opens book 2. I'm also going to read the poem that opens book 5 before we talk about book 5. Okay? Because I think they're important.
Or chapter 5.
Yes, chapter 5. No, I skipped ahead. We're doing.
We're doing book 5.
And if this man sees you in his dreams while you rock in the season's brooding night neath a tree's stout branch, and your shadow is hooded above the knotted rope, so will the winds of his passing twitch your stiffened limbs into some semblance of running.
And who are
From the
they
same book of
speaking
poetry, Rumor Born
Yeah.
Do
by
you think
Fisher.
they're talking about Kruppe?
Well, I don't know.
Oh
They're
my
certainly
They're
talking about.
from the
They're
that's
certainly
from the
talking about
perspective
dreams.
perspective of one of the guys
In the dream.
In the dream?
So are they all dead?
Who knows?
Wait, what do you mean? Are they all dead? Like every?
Are they all dead in real life? But Krupp can talk to
Oh.
them
The dead?
in his dream.
That's sort of.
It's spooky.
It's like
I
I was
love that.
interested into.
Good for him.
Well, Mac, how about you tell us what happens in the beginning, and then I'll tell you what.
So
I
the first
thought.
thing to note here, and you might be confused instantly, is that the people of Darujistan keep time differently than the Malazan Empire.
I did see
So-
that.
This is the same year. It's like 2 weeks later, but it's the 907th year in the third millennium, the season of Fandaray in the year of the Five Tusk, 2,000 years since the birth of Darujistan, the city.
Now, why would they do that to the reader?
Well, it's fun. They keep time
They said
differently.
these people use the moon and these people use the
Yep.
sun, but we're not going to explain that.
No burn sleep here, buddy.
No.
Thank God you knew that because I would have never picked that up. I was like, huh? And I usually don't read those, but because you guys said
You definitely
did.
should. 'Cause
Yeah, well, right
I-
when we said
Shelby,
to do that,
one of them is going to say something crazy like 250,000 years
Yeah.
before this, and you're going to need to know that before you start reading it, or else you're going to be pretty confused.
But all of the years are confusing, so I just assume.
I will
you know,
say, for the most part, going forward, they just kind of stick to burn sleep, and you just know it's
Minus
this year
this
and it's
one.
going.
Well, and I think what you're
Yeah.
what you're supposed to gather from this is in this place is so independent and outside the influence of the Malazan Empire, and has such a long history of being independent that they have their own like date keeping, and they're like, oh, we've been independent for 900 years, and that is how we keep track of time.
So I'm supposed to gather all of that from those 3 made up silly numbers at the top.
I would argue.
I mean, you get the impression of it. You're not supposed to be like, I see, this is a puzzle, and I figured it out. But like, it just,
that's why you read that and you don't really know what's going on, and then a couple pages later, somebody's like, oh, the words of the fall of Pale are on everyone's lips, and then you realize that they just keep time differently. You know what I mean?
I
can't believe I missed that they said they say fan de re. I know, sort of blew my mind.
I know they
Wait,
do.
why is that significant?
Well, we can't tell you.
Spoilers.
That name comes up again.
Yeah.
Okay, so Shelby, let's remember that.
Remember
name.
fan de re.
Fan de re.
Van or fan?
Fan de re.
Fan
like
that.
Phoebe.
Fan de re.
Fans de re.
Isn't her name Vandelay? Oh, Art Vandelay.
Art Vandelay from Seinfeld. He makes
Art
an appearance.
Fan de re. All right, we have fun. So Kruppe, he's dreaming. He's dreaming of walking out of the city, and he goes to an inn, and he's complaining the whole time about how long the walk is.
God, I love him. I was like, I agree, because the first thing he thought was, why build it on the tall hill? And I'm like, that's great observation.
Yeah, I think it's just comedy that really doesn't work for me.
Oh man, really?
I
thought that was kind of goofy. That was the first time I was like, oh, I see the actual comedic part of this.
And
guy.
I didn't realize he
the
was
first character, I think
dreaming
it was
until
funny.
he like woke up, and so I was like, oh, haha, he's just tired from walking. And then I was like, oh, he's dreaming.
I love you so much. In his dream, the small round man found himself.
Okay, no, I know, but like that's one paragraph, and then as you're reading, you're like,
you forget he's in a dream.
Sure.
The way when you're
Things are
dreaming,
happening.
sometimes you forget you're in a dream.
Thank you, Danilo.
Wow,
Thank
you're
you.
welcome. Okay.
Keep going.
So here are the beggars. There are beggars in this inn. They just all look to him. They are either his gifts, his doubts, his virtues, his hunger, and the guy who's hanged outside the inn might be his humility.
I thought that was pretty funny.
I love that.
I do kind of like that. They keep talking about this coin, this spinning coin, and the youth at the feet.
Where have we heard that before? The spinning coin. Oh, I
The
just
fate
think I can't
of everything.
think. Spinning coin. Where
The
have we heard that
youth
before?
at whose feet the coin shall fall. And boy, does
Boy,
it.
does it.
Boy,
And
does
what
it.
a bummer.
That coin has fallen the most a coin has ever
I know.
fallen at the feet of a young boy
The
before.
hottest coin in the world. Crocus Younghand. We meet Crocus Younghand. Crocus Younghand.
Oh, you're already
local.
moving on from the
Oh,
dream?
you're moving on for the dream?
Well, I was
Okay.
waiting. I paused for a long time.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know if you had more to say. I'm
No,
sorry.
that's the
no,
dream.
So,
Any dream talk, everyone? Dream talk?
Yeah.
well,
so,
yeah, go
Yeah, I
ahead,
had a
Shelby.
dream.
So I liked the imagery of the dream. I thought the tree and the swinging thing was kind of spooky, but also cool. It orients you to the map of Darujistan, which is the first map I've looked at in a book in a long time.
Do you
folks.
use the map? Because I never in a book
Me
look
neither.
at the map.
I often
I
find it not very helpful.
use
to me.
Especially
I-
within a city. I don't use it, really.
I am slow at reading this because every time they say a place, I have to find it on the map so I know
Good for
where
you.
they're going to. And then every time they say a name, I have to find it in the list of names.
I get the names. Do you really find like it helps you bring into the world when you know like the exact streets in the
Like,
city?
oh, the Gadrobi district
Yeah.
is right down the street from the high
Wharf.
rich district
So
or
this
whatever.
might sound silly, but I know it's a war book. So part of me is like, oh, maybe I can see like the places are separated by this wall, and so maybe I can see like how that's going to be a problem
that's
down
smart,
the line, or
yeah.
like here's the
I
river.
was
here's the
genuinely
gates.
asking.
So like part of me, and then like I can sort of see where all the fancy rich people live. I think
Yeah.
that helps me down the line understand if there's going to be a battle, which I'm assuming
They are on their way
they're
to
gonna
maybe
do
invade
that.
the
So
city.
Or like be invested in this place. Like there's no map of Pale, and that's
Yeah.
why, in
And
the
that was
like
so
we're reading so
confusing.
much about Pale, and like even we've read it before, and you're like, oh yeah, Pale.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
sort of surprised by
Yeah.
how much time they spend
Yeah,
there,
me
because like
too.
in my head we've spent no time there. But like if there is a city to like build a relationship with, it is Darujistan.
It really is.
So I did look at that, and then I saw that Kruppe. He's got to have a cool nickname. Kruppe the
The creamer.
Kruppe the
just-
cream. Kruppe the cream of the crop.
And he-
Kruppe the
and he
crop
loves
cream.
his creamer.
He loves his creamer.
Kruppe the creamer was called a man of false
He's a
modesty.
dreamer.
Kruppe
Man
the
of-
dreamer.
that's
Oh,
good.
that's nice.
We love our dreamers, our lovers, our poets, our Krupps.
We love Kruppe. So I did.
Yeah, a man of false modesty.
I did think that was very different from everything else. It just felt like I read that part of the dream, and it felt like I was reading a second book. It just felt very.
Well, and also you're introduced to brand new people, and it always feels like a boy
In a brand new place.
You
And
know?
he talks in third person, so that was kind of
Yeah,
fun.
it took me a
Mhm.
second to like gather that he was doing that. I was like, is he talking to multiple people? Is somebody talking to him? And then I was like, oh, he's talking in third person. And then I was like, oh, maybe he's talking in the third person because he like has these dreams and he's like doing prophecy. And so it's like things aren't really happening to him, right? It's like, oh, it's like it's happening to all of us, or like I'm part of. And then I was like, maybe he's just a weirdo.
Yeah.
He's a weirdo.
Yeah, then you see him
Oh,
in real
maybe
life.
he's just a weirdo.
You see him in real life and like, oh, he does just talk to like that to everyone.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's just
man.
he's just funny.
But I will say he shared his food. He just carries food around. He stopped to think about the grapes and how good the wine would be that the grapes made. And I was like, ooh, I
like
do
this
too.
guy?
I like that guy.
He's cute. He's like a little cute guy. He's like a little
I
guy.
like grapes. I like wine. Like I like all the things he likes. you know?
He would probably also complain about reading this book.
Yes, thank you. So I did connect with him, and I thought his dream. And then part of me is like, okay, this is a character to look out for because these dreams seem like they're gonna play a big.
Yeah,
part
they're
down
not
the line.
normal. As we've spoken about on our sister podcast, Hardcover Hooligans. Oftentimes in fantasy books, dream sequences really suck and are lame because they're just reiterating the main themes of the piece. But this is just like a scene in the novel happening in a different place. It's not really a traditional dream sequence. He's an active participant. He knows he's dreaming. He's done it on purpose to speak to whoever these people are,
And like to make
to
sense
glean
of
information, his situation,
yeah.
or the coming invasion of the city, and what's on the lips and ears of everybody. This damn spinning coin. I
Hell
tell you.
yeah,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
Hell
Nothing.
yeah.
This is
The
what a spinning
fate.
coin sounds like. Ooh, thought it might be a coin. Thought it
That's how
might
I felt
be a
when it
coin.
fell at Crocus's feet. That's really how I felt.
You didn't like that?
When it, I just
That's upon directly getting involved.
no, I know, but we'll get. So that's what happens next, right, Meg? Or
Yes.
Yeah. So we meet Crocus Younghand, local Darujistan fuckboy, and thief who is sneaking around, and he happens upon the D'Arles estate.
Mm-hmm.
Chersey, what's her name?
Chalice?
Chalice.
Chalice.
Chalice is the daughter of the of this very rich Darujistan family. She always has all these suitors, and he sneaks across the rooftops and breaks in and takes a bunch of her stuff, and then he leaves. And he's like, "Hey, check me out." So he's a cool thief. He's good at his job.
Well, he
But-
gets a little glimpse of her,
He gets a
Yeah.
glimpse of her, and he gets
Sleeping.
really bashful.
and he gets embarrassed.
He's because he's
embarrassed.
described as 17. He's very young.
Yeah.
So, and that was another part where I'm like, it's a robbery. Like I know what that is.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I felt really good about that.
I was 17
and
once.
he was
robbing,
I was a
robbing the
17-year-old
rich
thief.
woman.
I know what a balcony looks like. Like they described all the stuff, and then the car was asleep. He got in,
Yeah,
and he was a little like he felt bad.
he said, "Ooh," he said, "Ooh, sorry."
Yeah, you know what a balcony is.
I know what a
And
balcony
like in the
is.
past, you're like, what does a hill battered with elder magic look
Yeah,
like?
I
You're like, I don't even.
I
Like, oh,
think
finally, a balcony.
maybe my favorite part of this book so far is the fact that I can picture the
This
things that
place?
are going on.
Yeah.
Well,
That has
and
been really
his
refreshing.
character introduction. There's a few times in this book where I've written like, "Oh, this feels very D&D." His description, I was like, "So this is like how you describe a D&D
He's a
character."
rogue.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like wearing all of his clothes, and he describes everything he has in his pack and like the color
Yeah.
of his like everything he's wearing. I was like, "Okay, so D&D guy for sure."
Yeah.
Another thing I
also
like
liked-
about this city is you look at the map of the city and you're like, this is the most D&D city I've
Yeah.
ever seen.
Yeah.
It like has the districts and whatever, and
And
that's-
it's
Which is
you
fun.
have to
I
keep
think
this in
that's very
mind.
fun.
It's all bathed in blue light.
Which
Yes,
is
which
okay.
is so
That's what I
cool.
Coming from the
love.
gas.
Right. Well, because they're like, "Oh,
flames.
this city is blue," and it's like the city is built on these gas fumes, and I thought that was cool too because like there's also this impending sense of, oh, the empire's coming, and it's like, oh, the city is literally gas, like fire
It's
to
the
be
spark.
lit.
It's ready.
Like it's
Shit's about to go
literally
down.
about to explode with
Yeah.
the empire. Like they're the fire, the gas is here.
You're smart. We're gonna
They're
keep you
gonna
around.
meet.
We're
Yeah.
gonna keep you on the show.
And I was like,
think.
that's really cool. And like I thought that was cool. So I liked some parts of this.
It's very
section.
cool. Well, speaking of cool, what about Talocrafar? the worst assassin in the world.
Oh yeah, the guy
The
who
shortest
dies right
lived
away.
character.
Talo Krafar.
Some call him the Calot of Book 2 of Gardens of the Moon.
We meet him. He is bleeding, quote, a horrifying volume of blood.
Immediately. At first, the second we meet him, he is
like,
moments from death.
And he's like, God,
Did you ever meet a guy and an arrow had just gone through him?
on a roof in a made-up place? Well, I wish. But no, Talo Krafar, he's injured. He has this plan. He's going to go up into this tower, and he's like, oh, I'm going to snipe that bastard. And the whole time you're like, so you're injured. You're going to make it all the way up that tower. He's not going to shoot at you one time, and you think he's not waiting for you up there? Like, every single time I read
just
this part.
shot you, and you're...
He knows where you are.
And you being shot is
you're
going to
bleeding.
be...
There's a
going to beat
trail
him.
of blood. Like, he knows you're going there. Which I really love, because when he gets in the tower, he shoots the bolt at Crocus, and he's like, oh, that wasn't my guy. Where is he? He turns around, just gets right there. Like, yeah, no shit. He's right there.
Yeah, that was a bummer.
But yes, he goes into Krull's belfry, which is a big belfry.
The elderling god.
Some call Krull's belfry a belfry.
Owned by a Krull.
Owned.
Owned and operated by Krull himself. He's here. He sees a guy who he thinks is the assassin, like I said, but it's Crocus. And this guy, what you got to know about Talo is he's quite the shot. He's the best assassin in the world. But
when he sees his guy, he gets his guy.
He takes the shot. He is the Lee Harvey Oswald of Darujistan. He fires the crossbow bolt, and then Crocus drops all of his money. Crocus crouches down. Crocus crouches down. He picks up this interesting coin, and it burns his hand. And then the crossbow bolt whizzes by his head. Talo says, what? And then Talo dies. Talo gets stabbed by a different assassin.
Which also tells me that Crocus has got to be... No, yes, Crocus is an important character.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Because
the fate of everything just fell into his hands.
He is certainly a bearer of some sort of coin.
I would say so.
I would call him a coin bearer.
I believe they've referred to him as the coin bearer.
The
coin bearer must be protected, etc., etc.
Exactly.
Now, what other big piece of fantasy work has somebody been a jewelry bearer?
Twilight.
Twilight.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love Twilight.
They say they have to protect Bella, who's the necklace
a
bearer.
She's the necklace of the
She is
vampires.
She is the ring bearer.
So Bella is sort of the Frodo of Twilight.
And Crocus is
true.
the Bella of Darujistan.
The Bella of Darujistan.
I hope he has a baby and names it something normal.
So Crocus exit Talo Krafar, whatever his name is. Crocus is like, boy, that was weird. And then he starts being hunted by these 6'6" magical assassins.
Yep.
Who are really trying to get him and who are also, you would think, really good at killing. But every time he's about to die, like maybe the coin like gets really hot in his pocket and he like stops for a second to like fix it, and then like a blast of magic or a crossbow bolt. He's being protected by...
He's so lucky.
He is.
What a lucky guy.
What a lucky guy.
That's interesting. Luck, fate,
and
chance,
my favorite
coin.
part of this, and they chase him across the rooftops. And my favorite part of this is when they explain the detail of like there's mostly just clotheslines, but like the assassins of thieves have set up a network of like
that's cool.
That was
locked in clothesline wires so they can like get from building to building. I thought that's really cool.
I've talked
world
about
building.
this before.
Yeah, that's
I
fun.
really don't care about the minutia of a chase scene or a fight scene. Like he ducked this blow and reached up with this. That really never does anything for me. I'll tell you this: when Crocus runs into his house and his
Yes, I love that part.
runs into the house and he sees the kids and he's like, "How come you guys are never asleep?" And then he runs up the stairs to his uncle's room and his uncle's like, "Evening, Crocus." And like this is normal. And then
Yeah,
he dives
that
out the
was-
window and does like an Assassin's Creed parkour jump on a tree branch. That's good stuff.
And we
That was
can't go past the point where Uncle Mammoth has a little winged monkey on his shoulder.
I
We
love
can't forget
that.
the winged monkey.
with a vest.
And
Yeah.
why
Well, that's
didn't
his
he
monkey.
just stay at his house? That was my first
assassins
question.
were after him.
Yeah, but like lock your door.
yeah, he just goes to a different place that they just see him go in and then just
Yeah.
stop chasing him. So that's a good point.
Well, I was like, he could just lock himself in his room.
but they're magic.
Well, I think if your uncle just has a monkey and your friend Kruppe might be magic, I'd go to Kruppe. I think.
Okay. Yeah. So he got, I mean, I thought that was very fun. He sort of got away.
He narrowly escapes.
Yeah.
And by I mean sort of, he did get away.
He did. And by kind of, I meant he got away.
I guess I should adjust my earlier statement. I thought the opening of book 2 was fun. I liked chapter 5. After chapter 5, they lost me. But this part was, I agree. Like, it was a fun chase scene. It was a fun, like, action sequence. That was a good time.
It was a robbery. It's like Ocean's 11, but with, only
and
one
then
guy.
he wants to give it back, but we'll get to
He
that
does
part.
want to give it
Yeah.
back.
Well, and then there's a conversation at the end. Right, Mac?
Yes, I was going to say we get the perspective of the assassins, and they go in, and one of the assassins is like, we can't chase him in there. And he's like, what are you talking about? We could go in there and kill literally everybody. He's like, no, we need a witness to what happened. This assassin's war that started on the rooftops.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe people will think it's the claw of the Empire. Maybe these assassins are claws of the Empire. Maybe
we
they're
don't
not.
know.
That's my guess.
And they talk about how they know an ascendant has meddled, and so they
Ascendant has
can't. That's
meddled.
another reason they can't keep going because they're like, okay, we need to take this to our boss.
Except they're excited because one of them says, unfortunate, it's been years since I last killed an ascendant.
Oh, so maybe they can kill an ascendant.
And they know who it is. They say, who protected him, do you think? The second hunter snarled, someone with a sense of humor. So they all know.
Bum, bum,
Everybody
bum.
hates Opon. Everybody knows Opon is involved.
Everyone's hearing this coin, and everyone's like, God damn it, Opon.
So who do we think these assassins are?
I literally have no idea.
I think they're the claw.
Claw?
That was my first
Sure.
guess.
They feel like they feel unrelated to anything thus far. Like, I can't really tie them to any group that's been
All we know about
introduced
them
so
really is
far.
that they have magical powers.
Yeah, and it feels like they're coming from a place with its own. I don't know. It's hard to because if
they're
they're with
third
the
party.
Empire, then who would have sent them and why? Because adjunct Lorne we know is got Perrin to work with Whiskey Jack to go in and stuff.
Excluding
to
Top-
Darujistan.
excluding
they don't
Topper.
trust them. They don't
Right,
trust
That's
that
true.
crew.
That's
true.
true.
And it would be like they know it's a bunch of assassins. It would make sense to send in their own assassins to
Yeah.
That's
get
true.
rid of the assassins who are protecting.
Excluding
Ways.
Topper, we've met claws. None of them are magical.
Mm.
Yeah, and it's well, I guess it would make sense if the Empire wanted a civil war within Darujistan because then it's easier
Maybe
to
they don't get
invade.
involved. Yeah.
You know, because
Yeah.
it's if they're already fighting amongst themselves, and it's easier for the Empire to come in and take power. But I also don't know why it doesn't. I don't know. They feel like third party.
It's fun.
Interesting.
Who are they?
We'll
Too
find
bad
out.
we'll never know.
Yeah.
At the end of
The biggest Steven Erickson's biggest plot hole. They never come back.
Really?
No.
The other thing I like motifs. I like little stuff
Oh,
that
you like a
keeps
motive?
coming up. I like a
You're
motif.
so cute.
And I keep these birds, man. They keep coming up, and I am
We get a talking one.
I'm gonna get we do. But there's
I love the crow.
at the end of this chapter 5 when Crocus is running around or whatever.
Running around. That's how it is.
Yeah. When he gets to the building, and I know it's the what is it
The
called?
Phoenix Inn.
The drinking place. What
The
do you
Phoenix
call it?
Inn.
The Phoenix Inn, but what do you call a drinking
tavern.
place? A tavern.
or an inn.
So he gets to the inn, but the inn's sign is the faded image of a bird dead on its back, feet jutting upward. Right, so there's these birds, and I thought that was interesting because we're almost at what I'm assuming is going to be the destruction of Darujistan, and we have these imageries of dead birds and stuff. I was like,
And now
okay.
that is called symbolism, folks.
Yeah,
Especially,
we love
Phoenix
symbolism.
dies from the ashes,
And it
fire,
rises
City of
again.
Blue Fire.
Right?
It all connects.
We also meet Salty,
Huh?
Oh yes, of course. We meet
everyone's favorite character.
Yes, we meet Salty, the owner of the
serving
Phoenix
woman?
Inn. Or maybe not the proprietor, but yes, I forgot about Salty.
The bar back.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was kind of fun that I knew that. Oh, and we meet a drunk. And that was another person where I was like, yeah.
And I don't know if he has a single line of dialogue.
He doesn't.
He
not
falls
yet.
asleep, but I did
Cole,
like Cole.
Cole, he looks up.
I'm
and falls
pretty
asleep.
sure he's connected to some higher characters later on.
Well, I mean,
Mm.
they all but say it.
Yeah, basically.
We're
Did
going to
you
spoil
get
this
that
for you,
too?
listener.
Well, he was like, oh, there's something about Cole that I don't know, or they're like, he used to have a different life.
Right, but then a different character all but says, this person
more
used to be
married.
my husband.
Yeah.
The
Now he's the
Oh,
drunkard.
yeah. When
And they're like,
she
we're
was
trying to get revenge for our friend by killing this person.
Yeah, yeah, that whore.
yeah, that's another plot hole. Cole never comes back. None of that's ever resolved. So,
She's just never mind.
so we meet Crone, a talking bird who
Whoa!
can magically transform herself into the eyes of people into a dog.
No, I love Crone.
Love Crone.
I gotta say, I love that bird, and this bird has a mind of her own. Let me just say,
And she's got a meeting to go to.
She has a meeting
she has
to
a
go
tight
to.
sketch.
We meet Circle Breaker.
I'm sorry, can you remind me who that is?
Circle Breaker is an anonymous
the guard.
And this is where
I
we're sort of
love
introduced
him.
to the political intrigue of Darujistan, where there's this guard and he's spying on this meeting
Okay.
between two noblemen, most notably Turban Orr.
Yeah.
Man, can you imagine naming your kid
Your
Your
chid.
chid. So a mix between child and a kid is a
yeah,
chid. Your kid Turban.
Turban or.
Turban or a different hat.
Turban or Derby.
Yeah, Circle Breaker. He's at Despot's Barbican. What do we think about that?
Well,
I like it, actually.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think it's
it's cool because then they say the Barbican, and all it stood for, patiently waited still, a specter of the past, hungry to be born yet again. And I was like, oh my God, the empire's on its way. And here we have this archway, this tyrant or despot's archway or whatever you just said the name. And it's
Despot's
waiting
Barbican.
Yeah, Despot's Barbican, waiting to be born again. They're on the way, bro.
I know.
And like again, I love that Darujistan is so fiercely and proudly independent that like this relic from their last monarchy still stands there completely abandoned. No one's touched it. No one goes near it because of that. That's what it stands for. I think that's fun.
Aren't they scared of it?
They're scared of the a different tower.
Cruel's Belfry. They
This,
talk
yeah,
about
this
it
the
is
later.
tower
a
with the
city with
ghosts.
towers. Love towers.
Mhm.
Hopefully, there's no haunted wraith standing outside. That's going to trick you to come in. What? That's not Cruel's Belfry.
Later?
Yeah.
Aren't they standing outside Cruel's Belfry? And Brolic Nam's like, that's haunted.
No, because what's his face goes right into Cruel's Belfry.
It's like a
The
Something else?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
different. It's a different.
Oh, wait. Close yours. Are they in front of the dead house? No,
no,
that's not
because
there
that's
yet.
not doesn't exist yet.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
and don't worry
Spoilers,
because
listeners.
none of that
Yeah,
meant
that
anything
didn't
to
yeah,
us.
yeah.
anything.
So here we meet a high alchemist Baruch.
Oh,
He is we learn he is the person Circle Breaker is informing to. Or's meeting with a guy named Feder something. Who cares? It's a different guy. There's
Yeah,
just
they're just meeting about
they're
stuff.
just meeting guys.
Oh, because there's a vote on the council, and Turban Orr is trying to be neutral.
Now
Yeah.
we're getting into some of the politics.
And we learn who Circle Breaker's boss is.
The eel.
The eel.
And
Eel.
Is the eel a real eel? Because hear me out. He was waiting by the water later on, and I was like, "Is a big eel gonna
that's
swim up right now?"
Good point.
There is talking crows.
There is
so-
talking
That's
crows.
fair.
I was like, "There
And
could
there's
be like,
counting crows a little later.
there could be a water god."
Mr. Eel, you're weird.
No,
Counting crows tonight at Cruel's Belfry.
but I don't really think he's a big eel, but I wouldn't put it past this world to have a big eel god.
Sure.
you
Maybe
know?
that's the magenta person they're talking about.
Oh, the eel.
The
Could be.
eel.
the
pink
magenta eel.
Could be.
Mm.
Anyways,
I have to be very careful here because I know who the eel is.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
don't want to
know, yeah.
accidentally say it.
I would love it if you did not.
I know. So Crocus. I mean, the eel. No. 17-year-old is the most powerful player in Darujistan.
We did talk about how this book subverts your expectations, so maybe Crocus is the eel.
And that's
I
why I
think
thought
it's
it could be
Kruppe.
a big eel. I was like, it could be anything.
Maybe Crone is the eel.
Crone can transmogrify into a dog and an eel.
But you just never expect a bird to be an eel, you know?
Yeah. Yes, of
You know?
course. Crone comes and says, "Hey, my boss wants to meet you." And who's the Crone's boss? It's Anomander.
Ray.
My favorite
Wait,
character
he's
of all
not there
time.
yet. He's not there yet because
They have to have a
because
pre-meeting.
meanwhile, assassin Ralik Nam,
Oh.
the edgiest guy in the world, is spying on the Lady Simtal and a guy who, again, perhaps the Khaled of this book,
The
Councilman
Khaled of the Simtal estate.
Ralik Nam is like, he's got his crossbow trained on Lady Simtal. I mean, for no other reason really than like the book being fun, because then he like moves it over and then shoots Councilman Lim.
He's like,
got a vendetta with her though.
Hold on, and then he like maybe hears a spinning coin and then shoots the other guy instead of the lady.
Yep.
But he wants to make her suffer because he's got a vendetta going out for her.
And Lady Simtal,
I think for Cole.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
It is.
It is.
And I'm right. And it's for Cole.
Lady Simtal, maybe Cole Simtal. We get the impression that maybe he was actually this pretty good guy with a lot of money, and then all of these councilmen and spies got him out of his sweet cushy job because he was too nice, too easy to manipulate, which is such a shame. Ralik Nam is there to maybe, who knows why he did it. Maybe he's friends with Cole, but who's to say? And Baruch are talking. This is where the famous scene where Crone is dressed up like a dog.
I love the way
do we think of this scene?
I love the way that the Raven speaks. Like I love when she's like sending the alchemist messages, like coded messages, where she's like, "Ambition sits on your visitor's shoulder," or like I can't find the spot, but like.
Yeah. and then Baruch is like, that dog has a bad leg, so that's why it's whining so much.
Oh, she's like, a demon crouches on his shoulder named Ambition, and then she's like, oh, there's a beast's whimper to, like, she just like says all these. I can't find them, but you know what I mean.
The bird, that was my first thought. The bird's got to know the stuff.
Listen to the bird.
Listen to the bird. I like the bird. The bird's pretty powerful too.
Yeah.
She's a little shifty.
She's a little.
She's a little shifty, but she like
character.
knows what she's talking
also
about.
Like 30,000 years old.
Yeah, she's very old.
So
very,
I think
very
she's
old.
our oldest character that we've been introduced to, and I always say, listen to the oldest character in the room.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's my go-to.
Yeah.
So,
You'll never
and
go
she's a
wrong.
bird.
That's why you voted for Trump. That's
And
why.
I love dogs.
Yeah, no,
Exactly.
I like the Raven, and I like the Alchemist. I thought that part was fun.
So Turban Orr has an opinion of what happened to the Mages of Pale.
Mm-hmm.
He has some information that the Empire's claws went out and killed all of the mages, but Baruch has conflicting information, let's just say, and maybe thinks Turban Orr is just saying that to try to get him to agree to. What does Turban Orr want? Does Turban Orr want to fight the Empire or be neutral?
No, I think he wants to be neutral.
Yeah.
Because, like he says, like, we just not get involved and we'll be left alone.
Yeah.
But everyone's like, okay, the reason you want to be neutral is so like the Malazans can just waltz in and you can be like, hey, I paved the way for you.
Because
so,
they're
like,
going to
be
call the
powerful.
nobility. It's kind of their whole thing. So
Yeah.
if you
If you like sweeten the deal, and so everyone basically knows neutrality means pro Malazan Empire.
Yeah.
And so that's
'Cause-
what they're voting on in the council. And I think Turban Orr is trying to get the wizards to be on the same page.
Because this alchemist
the
like
head of them.
controls and they pretend not to know, but everybody kind of knows that like Baruch runs this underground mage group.
no.
Yeah, Turban Orr is like, so can you talk to your wizard cabal?
And he's like,
And
"What
Karul's like, what
cabal?
cabal?
What cabal?"
Wizards don't have a cabal. We just disagree too so much.
But yeah, he
On so
sees
much
through
stuff.
it, and he's like, "No, like you're just trying to get us. You're serving yourself, man. Like you're trying to get us annexed and taken over, whatever."
And do you know who else hears the spinning of a coin here? Crone hears the spinning of a
Yeah.
coin. She looks out the window, and there was a tremble of power coming from somewhere within the city, and Crone shivered. So even the Crone is like, boy, a lot of stuff is going on.
So are you meant to believe that like this conversation is happening at the same time that Crocus is running away and like getting hunted? Because then when she hears it spinning, maybe that's when it drops.
I think
you know
they're
what I mean?
spinning. The coin is spinning at different times. It's not like one spin, everybody hears it. You hear the spinning coin when your fate is being manipulated.
Or when you're
in
like
some way.
tuned in to like, oh, maybe something bigger is happening that like I'm not aware of. Like it's all sort of happening to like people who are part of the plan, and like something maybe they have a choice to make about what they do, and then they sort of hear it and they're like, oh, maybe my choices or what's about to happen has like bigger implications. That's how I
Sure.
interpret it anyway.
Sure.
And she likes the power. The bird flies towards the power. I just remember.
Oh
that.
yeah, it's like the great crows feed on magic or something.
So again, oldest bird in the room. You got to listen to him.
True. Here we meet a character from Metal Gear Solid named Ocelot. There's no other way.
Say that again, Mac,
So
10 times faster.
in the video game series Metal Gear Solid, there is an old weird assassin named Ocelot. Okay, and here in this book, there is an old weird assassin named Ocelot.
Then who came first, Ocelot or Ocelot?
Metal Gear Solid Ocelot.
Oh, really?
In
Okay.
1996. This is 1999, isn't it?
Yeah. But I guess it was the first draft was written in 1991.
Oh, interesting.
So did the guy who made Metal Gear Solid
Hideo
had
Kojima
access-
knew
Hideo Kojima had early access to the manuscript of Guardians of the Moon.
when he thought it was a film. I don't know. That's interesting. I just think it's fun because I can't read. This is for nobody except for me and maybe people listening. But Ocelot in this, in my head, he sounds like he does in the video game. This is. I skipped around a little bit. Turbanor and them have the conversation, and then Rallick kills this guy and meets Ocelot, and Ocelot's like, "There's a war. What are you doing? There's a war. You can't be doing assassin contracts all by yourself. What? Well, like they're coming after the guild." And Rallick like, "I'm too busy for that."
Yeah, and we learned that the assassins have it. There's not just random assassins; they have a guild.
They have a code. It's like video game stuff.
Yeah, there's
D&D stuff.
someone. I think they talk about Vorkan is the leader of the guild.
It's like, what's that musical where there's two West Side Story?
West Side
Oh.
Story.
It's
There's the musical Assassins.
Yeah.
There's
that musical?
two assassins.
They've fallen
Yeah,
in love.
West Side Story. No
Only
one's ever
two.
done West Side Story, but with assassins and wizards.
Well, that was my first thought. I was like, it's like West Side Story.
That's true. It kind of is.
They're kind of. I was waiting for the romance to start.
Yeah,
When did they fall in love?
there's two men who have a conversation in a pipe later on, and I was like, I think maybe they have feelings for each other, but that's not important right now. But so the reason also why I'm like, because when Ocelot and Rallick are chatting, and he's like, there's a war. They're like, oh, they're killing us, and then they're like, oh, but it's not internal, it's like from the outside, and Rallick is like, it's the claw, and then Ocelot is like, I don't know, but probably. The fact that they say that makes me think it's not them. You know what I mean? Because it's like they obviously, and like his hesitation to me, it's like, oh, you, the reader, maybe should also hesitate.
Oh.
But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Danilo, do you have your phone available to you?
Yeah, are you gonna call me? Or are you gonna text me?
I'm going to text you something because I was just about to say it, and I was like, oh, we might not know this fact about this character.
You texted me T-Mobile, your bill for your account
to keep your voice down.
ending
Keep your
in
voice down.
is ready.
Keep
Your
your
balance
voice
due
down.
is autopay is scheduled for.
Okay, it just sent.
Yes, it says in the front of the book.
Thank God. So we know Kalam. We've met Kalam.
Yeah,
Remember.
the like assassin from Whiskey Jack's crew.
He was a claw.
Kalam was a claw.
Yeah, don't forget that.
It says,
Kalam.
Corporal Kalam, 9th Squad, and X-Claw from
Now,
7
he's the
City.
one
We've
with
also
eye
met
patch,
Talk. No,
right?
that's Talk the Younger.
Ah.
We've also met Talk the
That's eye
Younger,
patch.
who is also a claw.
And is Tuck the Younger humanoid?
Yeah,
Or
he just looks.
He's a human.
He's got burn scars and an eye patch.
Okay, because in my mind, I want you to know this, he was a little goblin.
Okay.
He was like a small, 2 foot tall goblin.
Danilo, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the Malazan Empire takes the form of Star Wars Empire, where all of the people in it are human beings.
Primarily, yes.
Yes.
Or
Except they're all
humanoids, or like
7 feet
Yeah.
tall.
or like we talked about, like
And Whiskey
Nappin.
Jack's a
The
werewolf.
Surly is
Nappin,
Nappin.
blue.
She has blue skin, but that's just a human with blue skin.
But yeah, so if you meet a Malazan person, like the Bridge Burners have a Barghast, who's like a big guy with
Yeah, and he's still human. He's just like, a different
he's different kind of
like ethnicity.
Yeah.
The way like a person from Ireland is different
But
from a person from like Polynesia.
There are
you know?
goblins and ghoulies in this world. They're not part of the Empire.
Well, because of the nature of an empire.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
and it'll be more explicit when there are goblins and ghoulies, and
Okay.
you will
And
know.
dragon
You will
people.
know when someone's a ghoulie.
Okay, so I have to
Yeah.
just
Or a
edit
bug
my
person.
mental picture of Talk.
Yeah, the bug person, like
Who
the
rides a big
Morans,
dragonfly.
the bug people are clearly flagged. They ride. They ride bugs.
They ride big dragonflies. So here we're finally here. Amanda
Oh
Rake.
my god.
Amanda Rake has come to
Oh
town.
my God, you guys, stop drooling.
We meet.
Or else you're gonna ruin the
We
mix.
meet the Lord of Moonspawn, and the first thing he does is politely ask for a drink. And we think, as the reader, this probably is not the big bad guy. He seems to be another very anti-fantasy thing.
Now, what did you two think of Amanda Rake? We've heard about him. This is our first scene with Amanda Rake.
Amanda Rake is maybe Danilo and I's favorite thing ever.
Yeah, and that may only be we have one scene with him.
Down
yeah.
boys. Oh my
we-
god.
Mac will say a longer history with this character, with maybe
Ah.
influencing our opinions. But what do you think?
Well, he was the talkie talk guy. So he like the talkie.
He does like to talk.
No,
and he
no,
loves
no.
talkies.
No, no, no.
talkie-
Talk the younger?
No. It's
Ty Standee.
Ty
Is that what you're saying?
Standee.
Yes.
He was the Ty Standee, and I only because you guys said last time that is like essentially a big dark elf.
Yes.
Mhm.
Like that, I think helped me understand sort of his power in the room.
Yeah.
Or
Like
I
his
could-
visual
yeah,
difference.
his like tall, big, intimidating.
Big insane sword.
I did think he was very smooth. Like I liked that he was like, I'm gonna ask for a drink and I'm gonna kill these people and I've got a big sword that Danilo later said he really loves. And so I was like, okay, so there's he's a classic big sword guy.
Well, we get a hint about the sword. I mean, Animander Rake says, you can either bring me the people I'm looking for or you can just bring me their heads. And Baruch says, well, if I bring you them, are you going to use that sword of yours? And Animander Rake says, yes. And then Baruch says, I'll just bring you their heads then.
Oh.
So,
And Animander Rake is like, you're filled with too much mercy, alchemist.
yeah.
Or something
So
like
I
that.
don't think it's a if you get hit with it, it might not be a regular sword.
And I will say, he seemed like he had like some morals. He's like the
yeah.
big floaty rock. It was a bunch of children and like
It wasn't
civilians.
empty. It was full of
Yeah, it
civilians
was
of
full
the
of
city.
civilians,
And
and
so
he's
we
like
get
sad
more-
about that, and like he kind of just gave like guys in charge of this place, and he just wants to protect his people, sort of thing.
We
and
get full
we're
confirmation
surprised that he
Tishrin made the
lost a little
demon.
bit.
We get sort of more the background of Pale and how it turned out is because he is the only magic guy in Moonspawn because the rest of the Tystandi are like up fighting in the north with Caladan Brood. And so the whole moon is just filled with children. And he was like, I could have maybe taken them all, but then it would have all been destroyed. And so he made a sort of tactical retreat. And also he's like, I don't care enough about Pale to like destroy all my people for it. So
See,
Yeah.
that's nice.
Yeah.
I was
and
like,
it was like I was surprised at his compassion. Like I didn't really, maybe I'm just dumb in the head. I didn't really quite understand Moonspawn's role in the whole thing in book 1. And I was like, I know they're fighting Moonspawn. I don't
definitely don't think
necessarily-
you're
I
dumb.
don't think anybody
no.
does.
No.
I
this
don't
is
even
where you
think
find out.
that
You're like,
people
oh,
know
this
what
is
a
the guy.
Moonspawn is.
This is the guy in charge of this fantasy Death Star.
Well, but I didn't realize like he was trying to defend Pale. Like I thought that they were just trying to fight Moonspawn and like he was just like there or like
Oh,
he
I
was
see
just
what you're
there.
saying. Oh, sure.
And it's like, oh, we're going to fight him because he's here. And then this is where it clicked that like he was trying to defend them. And then it clicked in my brain that like he's the one he's part of the powers pushing back against the Empire. And then I was like, oh, and now all of your compassion makes sense. And like you are I don't want to say like Luthen Rail because Luthen Rail has no compassion, unfortunately.
From Andor?
Yeah, but like if he still had his soul a little bit, like the rebel king or what have you.
Or yeah, Animander Rake, it seemed he's built up as this like crazy powerful person with maybe no morals or who's super ruthless.
Yeah.
But we learn in this scene because we get the reveal that the Wizards of Pale abandoned Pale rather than like stand and fight. And Animander Rake is like, oh, with my power and the Wizards, we could have protected Pale. And so he like wants justice for what happened in Pale and for the people who betrayed him. So you're sort of like, okay, he seems like very fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he like cares a lot because he was like, he's like, I didn't expect Tayshrin to do that. And I tried to make the price of the fight too high, but he just didn't care. And like, because he didn't care, I had to leave because I also had people that I have to protect.
Save
So what
some
we've
of the
learned,
Malazan mages by destroying the demons he was summoning instead of
Yeah.
attacking. So he's
so what we've learned is he cares.
he does care.
He does
Cares,
care.
and
Got
he
a
like
nice heart.
We also learned that the claws did not have anything to do with killing any sort of mages ever. It was all Animander Rake.
Oh yeah. Everyone's like, the claw came and infiltrated Pale, and Animander Rake's like, so as soon as they got in, I killed them. So I don't know where you're hearing that from.
Oh, the people who
and
ditched?
he's
Yeah.
powerful.
No, the claws that came into
He
Pale.
killed the
from
claws.
Malazan, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it was like that was cool. And then there was something else, but I don't remember. But he like, I just thought it was nice. I didn't realize he was like the defender. The other thing is his name because he says, my name, as best as it can be pronounced by humans, is Anamanda Rake. And I was thinking about what you guys said about names before. You're like, oh, nobody really has their real name. And so names are the other motif that I have picked up on. Names, birds, and like names in the context of an empire, people not having their real name or not going by their real name in the context of an empire is interesting because it's like the empire swallows up your identity no matter what side you're on a little bit. But I guess in this sense,
beautiful.
It's because he doesn't have, like, humans literally just can't pronounce it. But, you know, it still
and I think in the
stands.
previous section, someone does refer to him as Anamandaris, which is like another thing.
And we also learned that the Gothos, the author of some of the poems, is a Jagged wizard. What do you think about that?
Jagged wizard. And is Jagged a city, a town, a location?
I mean, we might find out.
We might find out.
I
I would
think it
keep
could
that
be
word in mind.
He's like jagged, like jaded. So he's like just, a
Ooh,
little
he's
sassy.
he's over
Or
it.
maybe he's jagged jacked. Like he's just
He's
He's
jacked.
jagged
jagged
jacked.
jacked. So I'm gonna
Gothos
call him
is the
Like
most
a-
the most ripped poet you've ever seen. And
Jagged,
his
jaded wizard.
folly was he stopped taking creatine.
His calves went to hell.
Gothos missed leg day.
No. He can only do push-ups from his knees now.
better than what I can do.
Gothos is not looks maxing anymore. Let's just say that.
But yes, I do like Anamanda Rake, all to say.
Yeah, I said, hey, I'm gonna put a pin. That's my pin sound. Pin.
That's a good sound.
In that character
It's
because
like a pin popping a bubble.
he's probably going to be a little important. He's going to come back. And what did you guys think of him? Did you like him?
I mean, I love him. He's my favorite character of all time.
Yeah.
What about him?
There's things he says in this book that I think about regularly. We haven't read him yet, but
Is it just because he's tall, dark, and handsome?
I think you will find out.
He is not just in this book.
But he's tall, dark, and handsome. So you guys
He
like-
is.
Well,
He
yeah,
is,
he's
he is.
hot, and I want him to fuck me.
Yeah. I came home and you were looking at pictures of him, so I was just curious.
Danilo.
He just has such a big sword.
Anamander Rake OnlyFans price.
Oh no, they only take Darujistan medallions.
They
or
only take
something.
a spinning coin.
Coin thing again.
He's tracked down all but 2 of the wizards. He needs 2 more wizards who betrayed Pale.
Honestly, it was fucked up of them to abandon.
He says, Baruch, earlier he said, I don't know anything about a wizard cabal. And then Baruch says, I'll speak to the cabal on this matter.
He goes, oh, this guy means business. Okay.
And yeah, and what they want, Animator Rake wants the wizards, and they sort of talk about prepping to fight back against the invasion, right? Because then there's this whole thing about like the vote and
They float an alliance past each other.
because like Ralik Nam killed the guy who was like the tie-breaking vote, and so like the council is at a standstill about whether to be neutral or whether to try to fight. And
I believe in
whatever.
this whole Animator Rake is the only character so far in the whole book we don't get a third-person omniscient perspective of. We get no mention of him hearing a spinning coin.
Or like his
We
thoughts.
hear
Yeah, we
no
don't get no
thoughts.
internal things.
It's just we get Baruch's internal thoughts and feelings. We do not.
But I
get
like that.
Animator
It's like
Rake's.
you can right now you only see him through other people's
Yeah.
eyes, and that like adds to his status and
his
like
aura.
his
He's aura farming in here for
No,
sure.
he really
Oh, he
because he's
is.
like so tortured. You know, he's like, oh my god, and then he's like,
know.
was that Raven being a little feisty again?
I know.
and
Looking out
and
the
so you can
window.
only really judge him or take him in by his actions and like what he says.
Yeah.
Which I think is interesting.
Which is the case for most people you meet, if you think about it.
true.
True.
So
But in a
that's kinda
book,
cute.
you do get access to people's thoughts,
Yeah.
intentions, ideas, observations,
So
what
he's
they're
so-
smelling
Oh,
as
yeah,
they're
yeah,
walking
yeah, yeah.
past the laundry.
The dust in the coming up here,
the type of wine
The
you
dust-
you,
want to
can
drink
you
later.
can smell the dust coming up.
the dust in the alchemist's window.
He
Type of cheese they want to eat.
He aura farms here. He says she threw everything she had at me, and Baruch is like, "Oh, the Empress, of course." And he says, "And even then, she couldn't bring me down." Baruch did not ask. He just says that.
That's true.
It's
he
important, yeah,
did.
because Animander is in Moonspawn with like a bunch of children, and so he's like, "I need someone to know
How cool I am! How cool and powerful
I need
I
a
am.
friend. I'm kind of it's me and a bunch of kids up there."
And
All
then,
on their iPads.
And then they're, of course, they're Andy pads. So we're at the Phoenix Inn, and Kruppe is monologuing, and we, the audience, are laughing and we're loving it. Cole is drunk. Crocus is like, Rallick, these assassins are being killed, and Rallick's like, those are rumors. And it's like, hey, I saw it with my eyes. I saw that guy get stabbed. Rallick and Murillo are conspiring. Kruppe taught Crocus thievery. We learn this. Crocus says his mask of blissful idiocy has never slipped once. So
About who?
Kruppe.
About Kruppe. We love Kruppe
So
because
we're
we
like,
know he's a
Kruppe is
smarty.
playing
when
a character, maybe, and being this like, oh, I'm weird.
And so they
Yeah,
all sort
yeah.
of know that he's putting on a facade, but they've also never seen it break. So they're like, is it a facade?
Yeah.
It's like those
I
TikTokers who
think
do
he
those.
is going to be the most
POVs.
powerful. Okay, I was saying.
What
this.
do you mean by that?
What did you just
You know,
say?
there's like those TikTokers that it's like POV, you're the girl who wants your boyfriend, or like that girl who does those really cringy Broadway monologues.
Oh, yeah.
But she like
Oh, yeah.
never breaks, and you're like, oh my God, say
She's the
something real.
Kruppe of
Say
TikTok.
something real. But she's so good. Anyways.
I was thinking kind of like Game of Thrones. I think Kruppe is going to be on the Iron Throne at the end.
Yeah, just like Game of Thrones.
Because he reads as like he's playing the room.
He's playing the long game.
Well, he
So
like-
you play
He
the
plays
Game
all
of
the long
Thrones, you
games.
either win or you Kruppe.
Or you Kruppe.
It's like there's the people that have like
The
some
only
sort
way
of
to win is not
mask,
to
and it's
Kruppe.
like we're supposed to know there's something more going on with you. Like in this one, it's Kruppe, and in the last one, Tattersall kept talking to Quickben. She's like, "How do I not know who you are? You're a really powerful wizard." And so both of them, I'm like, you're somebody in disguise. You've got to be some sort of god, major or minor. Like you've got to be something like that, right?
Ooh,
Don't
what
you
if
think?
Kruppe
Yeah, it is the
was an
same as
ascendant?
Quick Ben vibes. It's like you're
Something's
something.
going
You're
on.
something
You're something.
else. You have to be. I don't know what.
We are at chapter 7 now. I'm going to read the poem again.
Please do.
I see a man crouched in a fire who leaves me cold and wondering what he is doing here so boldly crouched in my pyre. I really like that.
Why do you like it?
I think pyre and fire is a really good rhyme, especially because they both mean the same exact thing. There's also a ellipses, which this is a section of a poem. And I think for what it is alluding to, it's a Gadrobi epitaph. We don't know, I think, yet what that means.
Well,
what a
Gadrobi, isn't that
is.
a little like a section of the town?
Right, there is, but there's like the Gadrobi Hills or a place, and like the Gadrobi
They're outside
are
of Darujistan. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pyre and fire also rhyme with plier, so that's kind of fun.
and that's
That
fun.
is fun.
That is fun.
And
Liars.
liar.
And liar.
And
And
liar.
Meyer.
And tire.
And tire. Oh my God.
Kruppe took pliers to his tires.
The only thing Darujistan is missing is a big Jeep
I'm ready. I'm ready for the Jeep chase.
with modded tires.
I see a man crouched in a fire, leaves me so cold and wondering what he is doing here so boldly crouched in my pyre. The first scene we see a man crouched by a fire
Wait.
is Cruel is crouched by a fire in
Oh,
Krupp's dream.
you mean on the next page? I thought
Yeah.
you meant
On
the
the
first
very
scene
next
of
page,
the
yeah.
of the book. Well, the one thing, Mac, that I want to just quickly say, just so I can just remember
No,
their
please.
names. Cole, is that his name? Coll? Cole?
Yeah.
Cole, Kruppe, Murillo, Rallick, and Crocus are best friends.
Yeah.
That's
and
all.
so these
And
are
they
the
all
people you don't
are
like.
Slightly
You get really
similar.
bored by them.
No, so literally right as he said still they were his best friends, I went, and I don't actually care because and right now is when you've lost me because I'm not interested in like these four guys being friends in Darujistan. Like there's a bunch of shit that I know is about to happen. The Empire is about to fuck your shit up. These low stakes, low level, like local crime is not going to mean anything in like 10 pages, you know? And it's like I get that it's like, oh, you know the Empire is coming, and like so do they, but they don't really feel it because it's not real until it's real, and it's not real until you experience it. But it's also like me as the reader, I know that that is going to happen, and so it makes it difficult for me to care about what's happening right now.
For them to be, so
Interesting.
you read them and you're like, why are you trying to get revenge on like your friend?
Literally,
who,
like,
like
it's-
whatever. Yeah,
And they're
that makes
playing
sense.
really heavy into archetype. There's like a nobleman, there's an assassin,
And a
there's
drunk,
like
and a
drunk
crazy, and
yeah.
it's like
Give me the archetype.
like a witty,
Finally,
funny
I
guy.
understand an archetype. Give it to me, please. I don't understand what a mage with hairy ears is doing.
I will say, in the course of these books, some of these folks become much more fleshed out.
well, and I get, and I
people.
like once Crocus got the coin, or once I understood that he had the coin, because I didn't quite get that he was going to keep it. But once it was like, oh, so he's obviously going to become something more than he is right now, because right now he's just a little boy. But I guess you have to start as a little boy to become something awesome. You know?
I guess you've got to start as a little boy to become something awesome.
But it's just like you've established that this world has like gods and really high stakes, and it's like these mages are fighting for the fate of like the entire land, and then you ask me to zoom in onto this local thief, this like local crime sector, and I just don't care, because the stakes are so much smaller. You've disconnected me from this grander mission. You know what I mean?
I know what you're saying, but the stakes don't mean anything if we don't see these people's lives getting disrupted.
I would also say, in any big conflict, there's always just normal people living their lives.
Yeah.
And I understand, but though I understand the frustration of being pulled away from like wizard battle to like less interesting D&D group than like before.
It's kind of like the people who decide to be a human in a D&D group. You're
like you could have picked any of them, and you guys picked human.
You did
human fighter.
Human baker.
Yeah, I'm a baker.
You guys are going on an adventure? I'm going to hang back, guys. I'm going to hang back and say my hometown. I'm going to worry about
like,
the account books.
What's your contribution to the group? Because you're not going to do much for us. And like,
well, but Murillo can get tickets to a party.
True. Right. Like I was like, oh my God, can you not? But I say that, but I do think like I still care about them. Like I don't not care at all. I just think it's a little more slow and a little more boring. But I still care about them, and like when I eventually will see them suffer, I'm gonna be sad about it. I'm gonna not love it. I want them to still be happy, you know?
I don't think they're gonna suffer. I think they're gonna come out on top.
The only one that I care to live, actually I don't know if I have an answer right now. Kruppe. I care for Kruppe to live.
I want Kruppe to live.
Because Crocus has the coin, I care for Crocus to live.
Live, dream, love.
Why don't
I want Kruppe to eat and drink.
Why don't they ever let Kruppe love?
No one ever asks, how is Kruppe?
They only ever ask, where's the jewelry I gave you last week, Kruppe? I want it back to impress a girl who doesn't know I exist.
He's my favorite.
So chapter 7, Kruppe dreams, and he meets an elder god in his dream named Cruel, and the elder god Cruel says, "Hey, in book 3, the mission, adjunct Lorne and Tool are going to be hanging out, and you need to go find them." And Kruppe says, "Okay,
you got it."
Now hang on, back up. What? Can you just run that back?
Cruel tells Kruppe that Tool and Lorne
now,
are the
listen
Awakeners.
to the words you just said. Cruel tells Kruppe that Tool and Lorne are the Awakeners. Why would they name them like this?
It's not great when...
but Mac, we don't know that because we don't know about Tool.
Yeah,
but we know Seek the Talani Mas, who will lead the woman. They are the Awakeners. But I guess we wouldn't put it together.
If you read the...
I always read the names of the people at the beginning.
Oh, I guess at the beginning.
In
every time
the
one
Mass.
I guess I don't really reference the character list enough.
I reference it every time. And you know what I always think? They could have maybe made these names a little less similar, for God's sake.
That's
Do you know
fair.
what? A detail I love very much is the reason Cruel is awake right now is because the blood of tallow or whatever in the beginning was spilled on his belfry. And because the last of his followers died, which is why he died, but now that blood has been spilled on his holy ground, now he is awake and active again. And I think that was very fun.
And
it was you think about is that planned by Opan because he died there, or is it just random? This random act has because if that assassin had died in the street, it wouldn't have awakened Cruel, and we'd maybe things would be different. So.
And it was cool too because it gives us more insight into the gods of this world and how they function. It is really a reciprocal relationship. And I was like, oh, he's like Tinkerbell. He needs to have
he's like Tinkerbell.
Followers in order to be alive. And the more followers you have, maybe the more powerful
I believe
you
in
are.
Cruel. I believe in Cruel.
I do. Cruel
and then you
says,
stab yourself, and then he's good.
And he's good.
Cruel says something insane. play on mortal, every god falls at a mortal's hands, such is the only end to immortality.
This is the kind of shit I'm here for.
And maybe that is something only an elder god would know. Maybe some of the newer gods, because an elder god, clearly we now know is distinct from a normal god. And so maybe an elder god that has died of extinction knows, like, hey, that's the only end for us.
Because remember, we said the way the magic system is when everybody believes you to be something, you become the ultimate version of that thing in this world.
So if I was like, I am the coolest, wealthiest, most loved person ever, and I just believe it hard enough,
who does something? So what do?
You need other people to believe that in you,
and
I
just told you.
Maybe also make blood sacrifices on your altar.
There's some
blood.
Blood
Being spilled is a big theme of this series, and the power of spilled blood.
And you're right, Talani Mass and the woman. I'm like, oh, that's Lauren and Tool. So sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't it doesn't matter.
We got a good prophecy.
Yeah, and I thought also like that the quote you just read about the play on mortal, every god falls at a mortal's hands. I'm trying to figure out why Cruel would tell Kruppe this. Like, why does he want to share this knowledge with Kruppe as opposed to somebody else? What does Kruppe have? Like, what knowledge does he have that he could use?
Because Kruppe is the most powerful being of all time.
Like, how does he want him to use this information?
Kruppe is for the Iron Throne,
This is how he gets there.
I think everybody's on Kruppe's side. I think the elder gods, the people, the thieves, the assassins, they all like him. You want to know why? He's got good personality. There's something going on there.
He likes grapes.
He loves he loves food. Like, you instantly like him.
We've never met another character who likes grapes
or food.
Or food. True. But
nobody eats, and the whole time I'm like, this book is terrible.
The way that
and then
he
Kruppe shows up, I'm like, this
life.
guy eats.
No one ever goes to the bathroom in this book, and that's really where it lost me. Because if we don't put it on the page, we don't know what's happening.
Kruppe wiped his messy diarrhea off on his pants. Oh, Kruppe! He deserves to love.
The poem at the beginning of that chapter is really beautiful.
Anyways.
A circle breaker goes rogue. He gets a new missive. Instead of delivering it to anybody, he tears it up and goes to his apartment to be sad. Which I think is fun. He's like, this is the only room where I can be anonymous even to myself. It's like, dude,
well,
you
and
need
what
to
was cool about
smoke
this,
weed, go get laid or something, man. This is
because like
tough.
if the spinning coin comes into your mind when your decision has a really big impact or not, he's like, oh, he leaves and he goes, he thought he heard a coin spinning. It seemed a sad
he thought
sound.
he heard a coin spinning.
Right. Yeah, right. Which is a different thing. But then he thought he heard
the god Panop.
Chid spin. Coin spin.
Anyways, that's pretty good.
Well, and this is to your point. You're like, oh, normal people don't know. But like the circle breaker, he's like, oh, I'm just a guy on this like chain of stuff, and he can sort of recognize like, okay, my action or inaction can have an impact on the future of like this place that I live, and he like makes a decision based off of that.
Now, for those readers out there who are new to the fantasy land of 30,000 names and maps, I think a new way we should be approaching this is every time a coin spins, you have to take a shot.
Oh.
Like in your life or
in the
book?
You're going to be dead.
Where's
that
my quarter?
Damn coin.
God, today was tough.
Time to do 10 shots.
God bless Opon.
Time to spin that shit, huh?
But it's the first time it's a sad sound. And I was like, this is the first time it's had an emotion tied to it.
Oh, sure.
And
Isn't
I was
that
like, that's
awesome?
interesting because it's like the coin is spinning. Fate is like, it could be one thing or the other. And I was like, so why is it sad for him? Is like, does fate more favor you when you're resilient and like strong and bold, but because he made maybe what is a cowardly choice by walking away or like defecting, that is what makes it sad. These are the things
It's tough.
that I'm thinking about.
And this is a good, you don't really like these schmucks hanging out in the bar, but this is also a little guy caught up in a big game, and you do care about
Well,
him.
and I care about them, but this was different because it's like there's more at play here. And it's like also when it was just the dudes hanging out in the bar, they're not saying shit like every god falls at mortal's hands, such as the only end to immortality. And I missed that a little bit.
To say, I want some cheese. Or
See, and I didn't.
I have
like
this
the
jewelry
cheese
now.
lines. Those are my favorite. I'm like, I do too.
yeah, you don't need to learn about Karul. You
Yeah.
know about cheese.
That part, I was like, this I get. This I get.
Lady Simtal, she's really mad at Murillo because Murillo is spending a suspicious amount of time with Councilman Lim's wife, trying to ingratiate himself into the nobility.
Yeah.
For his grand plan of getting some tickets to an event. She's getting mad at Turbinor, and they were just having sex. Is that right? He's like laying
Yes.
in
Probably,
bed.
yeah.
Yes. So there's also this whole political love triangle kind of going on, which I thought was kind of fun. And that is her power.
And we
Yeah.
sort of get that Murillo is sort of the Lady Simtal of men,
Yeah.
where they're like, Lady Simtal uses sex and her body to sort of get what she wants, power-wise. And Murillo sort of does the same. Like, he sort of goes from place to place, and you sort of realize that everyone thinks he's hot and will sort of do favors in exchange for other favors.
He has literally, it says like foppish, boyish charm.
Yeah.
So he's hot, and the plan is to have sex with Turbinor's wife, and we know Murillo is a good guy because he doesn't want to do it because it's adultery, but Ralignam's like, but we really want to go to this party, so please do
Hang
it.
on. Did you move ahead a little bit? I thought at the first part she was with Turbinor. Simtal
She
is in
is.
bed with Turbin, but I thought you said she was with Murillo.
No, she's mad at Murillo.
But she's with.
she's with.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's okay. All good. Keep
She
going.
remarks she's like that Murillo. Not even like 2 days since Councilman
Okay.
Lim is dead, and they're already hanging out. So he knows. So people know about this
But I
Phoenix
thought
Inn crew.
The
They know
woman
about
that he
Murillo.
was trying to get in with was
He's trying to get in with multiple women.
I think he's trying to get in
with
with
Turbinor's wife.
because now she's widowed.
No, he is. But barely 2 days shrouded in black, and then out on the courts hanging on that fop Murillo's arm, smug as a tart on a ball. That damn bitch of Limbs had not let grief get in the way of her greed.
Oh,
He's just doing it to everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the plan becomes Murillo. You're gonna go get with Lady Orr
Yeah.
to screw over Turbinor or whatever.
Yeah, and to
Okay.
get tickets to this party, which is
Ugh.
just what's happening.
Do we have
It'd
to
be
see
a
the
sick
party?
Oh,
I-
yeah, that's gonna be
So
the
I'll
big
say this.
big moment.
I can't believe you just asked that.
I'm so
Oh.
pumped for the party.
So it's called, Get Her Own's Eve, the Get Her Own Fete. Book 7 is called The Fete. So
So
Boo, I
Boo.
promise you have
Sarah-
no idea what's
Sarah,
going to happen.
you're gonna love this.
You're gonna
I'm
love
it.
so pumped
Thank
about
God.
the party.
You've been asking me about some stuff, and I'm like, it'll happen at the party. Just wait until we
I
get
think
to the
this
party.
whole chapter is a setup for this party.
It
we,
is.
we want Murillo to get tickets to
To
this
this
party.
party.
We want to see the party.
But it's like he has to get tickets to the party. Like,
It's
But
a
he does
fancy,
it in,
it's
like,
such
a
a
fun
good
way.
party.
but
Yeah, by having
but
sex.
the tickets.
Yeah, like good for him.
The
And-
I wish
tickets
I could.
takes
I
me
wish
out.
I could have sex to get tickets to see like the Rolling Stones
Yeah.
or something.
Murillo, Lady Simtal says, hey, can you help murder my drunk husband who's always drunk at the Phoenix Inn with those guys? You're like, okay, so
we
it's
love
Cole.
Okay, it's
I
Cole.
love Cole.
We love Cole.
Murillo is having a date with Lady Orr, and she seems like kind of cute and into him, but he doesn't really want to actually have sex with her because she
She's
is married. And as soon as she kind of gets that vibe, she's like, I'll give you the tickets, but I have a busy afternoon. She gets up and she leaves. And he's like, oh, that's good. And Ralignam's like, did you get the tickets? And he says, yeah. And meanwhile, Ralik is walking to the place where they're going to meet, and we see from Crocus's perspective the Orr estate, and he's like, boy, wouldn't it be sweet to burgle some stuff from there? And then Ralignam's like, we're really working on something right now, man. You cannot steal from these people. And he's like, okay. And then, wait, when does that happen?
It happens just before. Are you talking about when he has his emotional realization about the girl?
Yeah.
That happens just before he tries to rob them.
The Orrs, you mean?
Yeah.
Crocus has this realization about that I wanted to talk about. He compares stealing a glance at her and invading her privacy to raping her.
Yeah.
I
I
think
think he
that's-
feels really guilty.
He does, and I think that's
Mhm.
like such a powerful.
I love
it's
that.
such-
That's why
yeah.
I
It's
It's like a
like this guy.
violation. Yeah.
Oh, I
There's-
love Crocus.
The other guys, I know have the unpopular opinion.
I don't think
that
it's empire. I think it's just this
chapter
lunatic
one
over here.
has all the coolest characters, but I like
You like
these
these boys.
characters. I see like their regret
Yeah.
for stuff.
Well, these characters aren't, grizzled by decades of the worst warfare you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah,
Like,
so-
this is just a boy.
Neither am I. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm grizzled in other ways,
Right.
but like, so sorry. I don't, I don't.
You're
know
you're
latest.
grizzled in the warfare of email.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's hard out there.
Yeah, this realization was really, I thought, powerful as well. And it was a relief to me, the reader, because like he kept referencing back to that. And like when she was asleep and he went in there, like she was naked or whatever, and he looked at her. And then he kept having her naked body in his mind. And I was like, quit doing that. Stop doing that. Like, why is the only woman in this section this naked girl in the bed? And like, this is the only reference we're getting to any sort of woman. And then he had this realization. And I was like, there we go. And there it is. Because if there was any, like, if you, the reader, are some creep and in your mind, you were also like, I don't know, sexualizing her, you're like, oh my God, a little girl asleep in the bed. Now, anytime you think of that.
Well, Crocus is of a similar age.
No, I know. But like if somebody reading
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
now whenever you think of that, you also have to think of this realization that it's like he
thought it
stole
was
something
horrible.
really valuable from her. And also like you took that from her and she doesn't even know it. Like you looked at her.
I think she would have figured it out after she woke up and realized her room was
Oliver.
burgled.
Yeah, right.
No, but you mean
Yeah,
her
she
privacy.
sawed
Her
off
privacy
she
and,
sawed
like-
off her
realized her
doorknob.
privacy was stolen.
her
too.
privacy and like that he looked at her and she didn't know it. And like she was, and I was like, okay, this was a really important moment.
And it's a really good piece of character work that I think Erickson only gets better at. Is like
Yay!
That's
this
great.
stuff really
Yeah.
becomes present for everybody's going to have a moment like this, like a really solidifying.
Yeah, it was really
I
good.
can't wait for
It's
Kruppe's
really
moment.
well
And
done.
he
I
really.
mean, that might, yeah, maybe not everybody.
Yeah, Krupp's gonna have the realization. He's like, do I talk too much? Do I eat too much cheese, and that's why my
Is there
friends
too
don't
many
like me? Oh my god!
They go. Rallick and Murillo meet at a big, scary haunted house.
Is this not Carul's Belfry?
No, wait, no.
Okay.
It's Majesty Hall.
Okay, then I was simply confused.
See, this is why you're supposed to look at the map, folks.
Wait, no,
Look
it
at
might
the
not be
maps.
Majesty Hall. Hang on, let me find it.
Wait, does that happen at?
Yep.
Because what does Krupp talk about?
Is this
Hang
before or
on, sorry.
after Murillo goes to the shop of Krute the Italian?
I
That
love
happens-
this shop.
His shop is on the outskirts of the tower.
I like a shop. I like a vineyard. These are all. I like a balcony. I can picture all of it. It's been really nice.
You'll love the whole book. That's just a
Oh,
shopping episode.
So first, Mac Crocus
Oh,
gets his coin
he does
back.
get his coin. Is that what he
Or
does?
no, he gives Krupp the coin or something, and then and then they go to the tower.
Yeah, so he goes to Krupp to and he's like, Krupp, did you sell the stuff I gave you? This is where we also learn that Krupp is his fence for his stolen goods. And Krupp is like, oh, dude, I've been swamped. I have so much stuff going on. I didn't get to it yet. And Crocus is like, good, I want it all back. And Krupp's like, dude, you're going to just get a different fence. Please don't. And he's like, no, I just want it back to give it back. And he's like, okay. And then he's like, I also have this. And he picks up a coin. And Krupp is like, that's probably garbage. Here, I'm going to look at it and you go outside. It's like, okay. And then when he comes back, he's like, here's your shitty coin back. And it's like so obviously has like a cast mold all over it. And Crocus is like, how come there's wax all over my hands? He's like, I must have stepped in something.
It was
I
fun
must have
that
stepped in
Crocus.
something.
He walks, it doesn't say this. You're supposed to surmise Crocus does a handstand everywhere he goes.
yeah, every time his coin goes in something, his hands get dirty.
I thought it was fun that Crocus doesn't know who's on the coin because like everybody thus far has seemed to like be familiar with the gods
Yeah.
and like know who they all are, and he didn't. He was like, "Oh, weird. There's different heads on different sides." So that was interesting. That was fun.
And Wessy's like, I thought the woman on the coin was facing this way, but now it's facing the other way.
It's
interesting.
Hinter's Tower.
Oh,
That's what
okay.
it's called, Hinter's Tower.
I was wrong.
They go to, it will be a fine day for a walk, pronounces Krupp, who is wise in all things.
Agreed.
I love
That's
that.
I
not,
agree.
pronounces Krupp is not the narratorial voice. That
No.
whole sentence
No,
you just
I
said.
know. That's why he's
I
great.
love that.
And I think I should start pronouncing things for myself too.
And
A
here
fine day
is
for an
Shelby,
IPA
Fine
pronouncing
who
day.
is
Shelby.
wise and all cheese.
They go to Gold's Round. They go to Dan the shopkeep. What's his name?
Kroot.
Kroot the Talent.
Yeah, Kroot the Talent.
They say, "Is this the shop of Kroot the Talent?" I'm Kroot the goldsmith's grated sourly. I thought it was funny.
And they're like, I'll have one thing. And the guy's like, they're out back. And then we learn we're having a lot of fun. He works for the Assassin's Guild. He lets them to Hinter's Tower.
That was fun. I like that.
They go over their plan. They're like, hey, did you get tickets for this party? And he's like, yes, I did. It's going to be awesome. It's a shame that Crocus is in love with Chalice, but whatever. We're going to make Crocus into an honest boy.
Murillo has a dueling rapier.
He does, and whatever the other blade is called. He's got both.
Oh,
he
yeah.
drops the other one into his hands.
The little knife, the
Yeah.
dagger, whatever.
He almost walks into a tower full of ghosts. That
Yeah, and he's like, hey, don't go in there. Don't go in there. Don't go in there.
He's like, I thought you would have been in the tower. And he's like, the tower?
You mean that's full of ghosts?
I did think that was.
Hinter's Tower?
You are out of your mind.
I did think that was a funky little thing. Like what?
I know.
does it-
It
and
comes
Mac-
out of nowhere.
Does
Why
that
are
come back?
No. Just sometimes in a city, there's a tower full of ghosts.
This was
And
the
I think that's-
conversation.
Sometimes the world feels really lived in because you have like a Kroot of Talent sells his like gold from like soap and net, and you're never gonna see him again. You're
Yeah,
like that
and then-
tower. That's the most haunted tower that's ever happened. And then you never see it again.
This was the conversation earlier where I was like, yeah, these two guys had a conversation at Pipe, and I was like, oh, they might be a little bit into each other. It was these two boys. I think I would have been a lot more interested in the whole story if Rallick and Murillo had like an affair going on. That would have been great.
They are best friends.
Well, they were like, oh my God, our little boyfriend, is like our son. He's like our son. We're gonna make him into a man. I was like, oh,
It's nice.
and you love each other.
It's nice.
It is
And they love
sweet
each
how
other.
much they all love each other. What's the line? They say like a foppish nobleman, an obese mage of questionability, and a killer. Like,
Yeah.
a young boy and a
Yeah.
killer. What a group we are, or something like that.
I like that. They're the boys, man. Oh, his Mongosh is the
Oh, yeah.
other blade. Good stuff.
Glad we clarified.
I'm glad we
Glad we
clarified.
clarified
Oh,
what a
God.
mongosh is.
Yes, so this is a haunted tower. Even Hood cannot draw them to his cold bosom. Enter the tower, enter the towel, and you will get dry firsthand. Enter the tower, and you'll discover it firsthand. Murillo wanted to go into the tower.
Now, how
This
much
is
would I have to
important.
pay you to go into that tower? It's like a truth or dare. How?
Is it a truth or dare?
If I wasn't a truth or dare, and I was like,
Truth, I truthed you to go into that tower. Tell me the truth. Would you go into that tower?
yeah, much, like,
Truth or dare, go in the tower, or tell me how haunted the tower is.
that I could just see that being really fun down the line.
It would be fun. Too bad.
Malazan, truth or dare.
I definitely see like in this world the kids.
Would you be locked in?
Oh,
an
daring
ele-
each other to go into the tower?
Would you like to be locked in an elevator with Kruppe for 8 hours?
Yes.
I think 8 hours would be a long time.
What's it? $500 million or dinner with Jay-Z? It's like $500 million or dinner with Krupp.
I could do dinner with Kruppe.
Go
I think
dinner
if
with
we're
Kruppe.
not doing anything, that sounds unbearable.
Guess who's coming to
Oh,
dinner?
you're just like hanging out?
Yeah, like
no.
stuck in an elevator.
Yeah. No.
Kruppe shall count the buttons once more. 1, 2.
Oh, Kruppe. I thought you were wise in all things.
If Kruppe hits door open, will the door open? Kruppe, you've done that 40 times.
May chance the buttons have changed.
Don't do another dream sequence,
Do a
Kruppe.
really good crop.
Once more into Kruppe's dream. Come with me. And he just falls asleep. And you're like,
Baruch is studying and he's like, what's with these noisy road workers outside? And I just can't wait until we can talk about the construction.
Wait, what do you mean?
I'm so excited.
We haven't gotten there yet, but there's a reason the book spends a while on the construction outside of this
I think it's
house.
just one paragraph where Baruch is looking out. He's like, those construction workers
dusty.
are really
That comes
loud.
back?
Yes.
That's so
No
silly.
way that comes
Danilo and
back.
I often joke about it.
The haunted tower
Doesn't
doesn't
come
come back,
back, but the
but the
construction
construction workers come back.
I can't wait.
Because construction takes forever.
I
That's
know.
why.
Yes.
Oh my God.
But I liked when Baruch has like the map laid out in front of him, and it's like the part of the Malazan Empire that's taken over is red, and he like spills the ink, and like the ink sort of like goes over the
all
map,
over.
and he's like, "That's an omen."
And then he realizes it's also all over his hands. So he's like,
And the
his
red
fault.
ink might look like blood.
Might.
So if
It
there's
could look like jam too. And Kruppe, jam. Oh, I love this. I don't usually think
This
Kruppe
is
is
my
funny.
favorite
I
part
don't.
too.
Well, you talk about it. What does he do?
Well, Kruppe comes in for a meeting to give a little warning, and Kruppe is a sly little guy, and so he keeps saying, "I'm so parched," because he sees the wine, and and the wizard, the alchemist, instantly knows what Kruppe is
Keeps
doing.
ignoring him.
He's like,
"You're
"What?"
right. It is hot."
It's hot. And Kruppe is like, "Oh, I'm so like that would be me. I would go in the room and be like."
And he offers up like one more piece of information
And
each
then he
time, and then
says-
finishes like, "And it is hot outside."
Yeah.
I do love that.
I think that's so funny.
He tells, they talk about the assassin war. He brings the coin to Baruch, and Baruch is like, "Oh shit, this is Opan's coin. Who has it?" And he's like, "Crocus." And then Baruch says, "Oh, I know who that is. That's gonna be a problem."
well, but he's like, I think didn't he keep the real one or the fake one? Because then
He
it's like
kept
a
the
moment later, it vanished, and the spinning sound and its accompanying.
That's the
pressure
wax
stopped.
coin. He gave Crocus the real one. He has the wax coin.
Because he's no dummy.
Oh.
He knows young hands is supposed to have it.
Yeah. If you really took it, it would fuck everything up.
Yeah.
True, true, true.
Yeah, there's a reason Crocus has the coin.
But there can't be two. That's why it like magically explodes in the room, which I think is cool. But they have to protect the coin bearer, but also maybe you might have to kill him.
Yeah, like you don't like you just know that it is a nexus or a convergence. The word convergence comes up and continues to come
Like
up.
if there was a time where you had to kill the coin bearer, you would know, and you have to be prepared to do it,
yeah.
and vice versa.
Well, this is interesting. This last little bit of this chapter, because it felt like, for all you improv heads out there, I was like, they just did a Laurent, because we started with Kruppe and then we went to other people and like we went around, and then we ended with Kruppe and somebody that we met at the
Accessible
beginning.
reference.
Yeah, I know. But it was fun, and I was like, oh, it's
It's
connected.
like me talking about Metal Gear Solid.
Well, but and I
I
like
just really
how,
picture this one guy's voice from this video game you've never heard of.
well, and it is. I was appreciating how
Oh, here we go.
how interlocked it was.
It was, and like even
where it's like, oh, it's
Baruch-
Kruppe and this, and then like it's Baruch and Animator Rake, and then
Yeah.
it's Kruppe and Crocus, and then Crocus and Ralik Nam, and then
See?
Ralik Nam and Kruppe. And,
this is the Laurent. But anyways,
Well, and also
Baruch
for all the
also-
improv fans out there, in the next bit, they get on stage. They're like, it's Herald Night in Darujistan. And they get on stage.
That's why we love the Fete. It's
We love it.
Yeah, they do a quick Armando.
Yeah.
Crocus talks about his robbery, and then we all do a scene about it.
so this is a question I have. Baruch says he knows Crocus, and then doesn't Crocus's uncle also do alchemy? Is Baruch Crocus's uncle?
No, Mamet is.
Mammoth.
That
Mammoth,
always
Mammoth,
confused
Mammoth.
me,
Me-
and I
me
always
too.
assumed they were the same. I thought Baruch was Crocus's uncle, but he's
I
not.
always
But
think
he's not.
Baruch has the
Okay.
monkey, and that's not true.
That's not true.
Mamet.
Exactly. That's
They're
what I
two
always think.
alchemists in the
No,
same
Uncle
city.
Mamet is not an alchemist.
I think.
No, he
Do I
says
think
his-
Uncle Mamet is a mage?
No, he says my uncle gave me the tools of the trade because he plays around with it, hanging out, finding it for you.
I think maybe he dabbles in
He's an
alchemy.
amateur alchemist.
Oh, is he an adept? Is that what the capital A adept?
I think, long story short, Baruch knows Uncle Mamet from work.
Yeah. Oh, is Uncle Mamet in the Cabal?
Here we go, Mac.
I think he might
Is
be in the
that why?
Cabal.
This is page 139. Crocus was fortunate in having an uncle who dabbled in alchemy and had need of such magically hardened tools when constructing his bizarre condensing and filtering mechanisms.
Yeah, so okay.
Because he uses that tool to
So
break into
he
the box.
is an alchemist, and then Baruch is the high alchemist,
Okay.
which is what they say.
Let's see. They know each other from
Cabal?
work.
What
They know-
Cabal?
Yeah. I'll speak to the Cabal about this.
And I liked this line too. This was cool. If the Lord claims the coin bearer, the assassin's talents will be required. Who is the assassin?
Well,
Do I
there's
know?
a few of them.
Is it a specific assassin? Should I know who that is?
Are they talking about Ralik Nam?
Hang on, wait. Is it capital A assassin?
No.
Yeah, they're talking about Ralik Nam.
Okay. He's going to protect him or kill him.
If the need arises, he's
That's
gonna
what
kill
you were
him.
saying.
Yeah, they're like some
yeah,
fell
yeah.
powers are at work, and we don't know what's going to happen, but we know shit's going to go down, and we might have to do
Sheesh.
some things that are unpleasant in order to make all this work out.
And you, Empress, he whispered, I know you're here somewhere. Your pawns move unseen as yet, but I will find them. Be sure of that, with or without Opan's damned luck.
Boom.
That's the end of the section.
Damn.
So what do we all think of Darujistan? I want to live there, so
Yeah.
I love that it's blue.
You want to live in a place where there's assassin wars going on your rooftops?
What's
Yeah,
the
well,
worst
I
that can
won't be
happen?
part of the Assassin Wars. I'm going to be part of the
You're gonna
cabal.
die.
You're going to be part of the cabal.
If I could be part of the cabal, I'd live in Darujistan.
I'd be in the.
If I can go to
And my-
Darujistan Herald Night, I'm there.
If I get to be part of Darujistan and my make-a-wish is I get to meet Animander Rake, then yeah, I'm living
So
in Darujistan.
you have cancer in Darujistan.
Yes.
that's your
That's
dream.
I think all that gas, there's no way they're living
There's
full
no way.
lifespans.
Oh yeah, we get a little thing about they're called the Gray Keepers,
yeah.
or what are they called?
I love the gray faces.
The gray faces, just like people in gray who take care of the gas works.
They're like in
around
the gas
town.
mines, or they turn on the stuff. I love though,
Cool.
such a fun detail that makes the world feel lived in. Sometimes you get haunted mansions, never brought up again, and sometimes you get gas workers
Yep.
on the street.
But yeah, that's Darujistan.
I'd go to the market. I would visit the vineyards. I mean, there's stuff to
There's
do.
so much to do.
There's a lot to
I'd
do.
definitely be going to that one bar. So I
The
think
Phoenix
the
Inn.
Phoenix
yeah,
Inn.
I'd be at the Phoenix Inn, but would I think I would be like, I don't know
Sure.
if I'd be there full time
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
just due to
You're more
the-
of a pale kind of.
yeah.
You'd live
Well,
you'd live in that fishing village where everyone got
I was
ripped
gonna
apart by
say
dogs.
I feel like I'd live by the water. So.
Yeah, exactly.
You're more of an Itko Khan girl.
Yeah,
You
I'm-
get punched. You get punched in the head by a knight and give a prophecy to a weird
Hell
little
yeah,
girl.
I'd be a wax witch.
Yeah.
We love candles. Do you think that's like their version of Yankee Candle?
Yeah, wax witches.
With
She-
the
Imagine-
souls
what,
of the
what,
dead.
yeah, what if you went to Yankee Candle and it just said soul?
Or it just said like it said like
Mark.
Kevin. Yeah.
And here
You're
lies
like,
Mark.
oh, I had Kevin last year. It's so strong.
He was so stinky when he died.
Kevin
it
is
smells
so
horrible.
They just all smell like corpses. Oh, I get it. Yeah.
It smells good.
Yeah,
Bad business
they're
model.
like novelty soul candles.
Wow. So what do we think?
Oh,
So we have
man.
met all but one major character so far.
Oh, really?
I would
Yeah, that's true.
say.
Thank God.
For the most part, I like them. I still hold the qualm that there's no
Qualm.
women. There's like 20,000 men, and there's essentially one woman in the book so far. Two, I guess.
I
But
think the eel's gonna
Adjunct
be a
Lauren
woman.
is not really in it that much
I think
so far.
one of the head assassins was a woman.
Or one of the assassins who were chasing
Or
Crocus.
the-
it was.
Yeah. Or the leader of the Guild of Assassins is
I'll-
Vorkan as a
is-
woman.
Oh, yeah,
But like in
Vorkan
terms
is
of
also
like
a woman.
characters who are doing stuff,
who are like
yeah,
important and like three-dimensional and like part of the story and like moving things forward and like pushing the plot along. There's just none right now, and that is part of why I think I was not interested, because I was like, this is like, come on, we can do more.
Book 1 is group of guys and a lady, and book 2 is group of guys, no lady.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah.
No whores.
The only woman is this like conniving, like supposed to be dislikable person. So that was a bit
Are
of
you
a
talking
bummer.
about
Simtar.
some tall?
Simtal. See, and I don't even know her name. But, that's okay. I was told that there's women later on, so I'm going to hold my judgment there.
I'm interested how this is on reread. Rather, that is potential blind spot, or like maybe part of the subversion of it's a lot of these fantasy generic books start with like it's the boys.
It's just a bunch of,
it's the boys
that's
that
true.
were doing stuff.
Yeah. And
So, I
then
don't
it
know. We'll
becomes
see how it
something
I mean,
else.
I think part of the fantasy inversion is in the main group of grizzled war veterans. You have a 14-year-old
That you
girl.
loved.
But,
Yeah.
she,
I
but
do
she's
like
not
Sorry.
a 14-year-old girl. We know that she's cotillion.
I think she's a
Well-
14-year-old girl could be trapped inside with.
It's just possession is complicated
Yeah.
in
Okay.
this universe,
Sure.
as we'll find out.
Also, then if you make your argument, if it is cotillion, then that's not really a woman either.
Well, I guess.
I guess
What is
Lauren, we know
cotillion?
it's Lauren and
Cotillion
Tatter.
is sort of a genderless ghost. So
Oh,
maybe
that's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, but I think,
I-
but all that to say is that is fair. I would say.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I will tell you what, I had actual fun reading this.
That's
The
awesome.
first book, I cried. So the second, I didn't cry. So that was
Good.
like,
Good.
We're
I
improvement.
think that was improvement. And I can tell you, we've set up some fun stuff. Like, I know shit's going to hit the fan at this party. I know that there's multiple parties coming in to take things over. I know what an assassin is. I know well, I like big crows and dogs. Like, I think
You've
that
heard of cheese.
I've heard of cheese. Like, we introduced one of the silliest characters, I think, in the book. Plus, like, everybody kind of has their own funky little agenda, and we've introduced some morals. So that's kind of fun too. So,
well, we're going back to Whiskey Jack and everybody next time.
And then I get to go back to my crew of grizzled guys who I has a magic system that they never explain.
Well, they don't
but
have
we
magic.
just assume.
They don't.
Some of them have
has
magic.
magic.
One of them
But
has
not
magic.
everyone, yeah. I was gonna say you talked about Kruppe is a very silly character. He is not
Silly
even
but
close
smart.
to the silliest character we get in this series.
Well, I guess
I
there's a
can't
puppet.
wait.
Oh,
yeah, but
that's
the
right.
puppet
I
is
guess
insane.
I guess the puppet is silly.
But
There's
the
a
puppet
lot
is
of-
more like insanity.
Yeah, we're gonna be whimsy maxing sometimes.
Yes, yes.
I can't.
But we're also
wait.
going to be misery, Max.
Oh,
a lot of
yes.
the time.
Oh,
And that's
good.
the thing. That's nice that it feels balanced. Like you're like, this is the worst scene I've ever read, and you're like, here's like a giant frog.
Yeah. They're coming.
They're coming.
But I think for the most part, I do still like it. Like I know I said it was boring and I didn't like it, but I in a way that I still liked it, if that makes sense. It was just like it didn't hold up in the same way the first part did. But that's not.
That's
to
surprising
say
to me.
that-
You like the first part more
Yeah,
Why?
because it
because
sucks.
you. Yeah. Well, number one, it sucks.
It's bad. There's typos, misspellings.
Your favorite kinds of books are just dudes sitting around talking.
Well, in a way, yeah.
Well, and I think maybe you were also exposed to a lot of interesting machinations and like the Malazan, and they're all like working together and magic.
Yeah.
And like, oh, what does this mean? And then to be like, oh, it's just kind of four normal guys. I sort of see. So I sort of see where you're coming from.
It is tough. There's only. It's funny you say that. I really think you're gonna hate the fifth book.
Me.
Oh,
Yeah, because it doesn't of the whole. Of the,
Oh, yeah,
of
maybe
the,
separate
the
it,
novel. Yeah.
I think you'll hate it. I think you'll hate it at the beginning, and then I think you'll really love it.
Yeah.
I can,
that's
I
what
can
they say
hand-
about all the books. So we'll see.
Well, there's a common thing, like common big complaint is that like large swaths of some of these books just introduce a new guy on a different part of the world who doesn't know anything, and he's going to be in most of it. And it's like, okay, I don't really see how
But I
this guy
think I
fits into
can
the
manage
Malazan
that.
part of this.
I think the part that I didn't like about this was it was just like, oh, and we're like a group of 5 guys hanging out playing cards. Like I thought that was just boring, but it's not that they're new people in a new place. Like I love to jump around and I'm happy to do that. I just thought like the things that they were doing were boring.
Yeah.
Not that
Sure.
they themselves were boring, but the things that they were doing and the stakes of this part were just not that engaging.
Yeah. I
That's
guess
fair.
that's
Yeah.
fair. But they're the Malazan
Which I think is
Empire's
crazy.
coming.
We're only on page 180. It's so dense.
it's
I
so
know.
dense.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
It's so dense.
The Despot's Barbican, Hinter's famous tower,
But like I like
Crutalian,
Crut-
Crutalian.
the goldsmith or
Yeah.
something.
I like that there's a lot to engage with. Like there's so many things
There's
that we
always something
could
to talk about.
we could have stopped and talked about 1,000 things on each page, you know?
Mhm.
And so I like all of that, you know.
I like that I know what a balcony is. And there's a balcony is, and
Yeah, it's not some magic balcony with obscure powers.
I'm like,
It's going to
hell
come
yeah.
to life.
Hell yeah. Get on that balcony. Open that window.
Yeah, look at that naked lady.
Look at that. Open that box. Didn't need magic. Used a tool. I knew that. I was like, aha.
Yeah.
Left.
You know what a saw is?
Successful robbery. I was love that.
Nice,
So
good.
I think it will be fun to see these two worlds combine into each
Yeah.
other. I do think they set things up really well for the rest of the book. Like I can see, like I just Crocus is gonna meet.
So,
I
so
was
you,
thinking
you,
Krupp and Crocus. And I don't know which one you mean.
Who's Gropus?
Krupp is gonna meet Whiskey Jack. Like I just think there's gonna be
And
some
isn't that
fun.
going to be fun?
I
It's
think
true.
there's gonna
I
be
think it is going to be fun.
It's
when
funny
they
to
do
imagine like Whiskey
collide.
Jack meets Crocus. You're like kind of looking forward to like what the hell are they going to talk
Maybe
about?
Quick Ben
Yeah.
gets really frustrated with Krupp.
I can't wait.
Or
Like I'm
Callum
ready
is like, somebody get this guy away or I will kill him.
It's our friend. It's all. They're all our
and then
close
and then the
personal
puppet
friends.
could meet Krupp too, and I feel like those two could battle
would
it
kill
out.
It's
each
funny that
other.
we all want everyone to meet Krupp. We need the Empress to meet Krupp.
Animator Rake needs to meet Krupp now.
Animator Rake, this is not important, and we can definitely cut this part out. But Animator Rake reminded me, and now please bear with me, of the general who leads the Russian army in War and Peace. And he's based on a real guy. I can't remember his name, but he's based on a real general. But obviously, because it's historical fiction, he takes liberties, and it's like not actually how he was or who he was or whatever.
Tall,
you
dark, handsome, high elf with a big sword.
And he's got a huge sword, big, huge killer sword. No, but he the general in this book. They keep losing territory, and the emperors, or like not the emperor, or maybe it was, he's like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? And what you come to learn is like, he is making these tactical decisions because he's trying to save the most lives. He's trying to save the most lives of his men, regardless of if that means they win or lose the battle. He's like, I'm going to make the choice that keeps people alive, even if it's not the smartest war decision I should be making. And that was
king.
And I was like, and Amanda Rake reminds me of that, because he's like, I'm going to do what I have to do to keep the most amount of people alive that I care about, even if that means losing sometimes.
I can't wait to see what his sword does.
Me too.
I cannot comment on that.
Yeah. It's going to be cool.
It's going to be cool. Well, next time we'll be reading the next part of Guardians of the Moon. Book
Ooh.
3.
The mission.
The mission.
Oh, the mission.
The mission. The mission.
The mission. And if you like the show, please review it. Tell your friends. You can email us with corrections and such.
Yes, please.
At malazinmaniacs@gmail.com.
Don't comment on what I call the characters, though, because that's
just,
not going to change.
Yeah, be nice. Be nice.
Don't make any comments about Shelby, or I will reach through the email
Yes.
and I will punch you in the head.
Only nice things, please.
He'll
And
give you
I
a
will do the
P-mail,
same.
punch mail.
Let me log into my P-mail real quick. Ow!
Oh, I got to take some BC mailboxing classes mail.
Got to open my A-mail, Advil mail.
Oh, no, I had too many.
I had too many A-mail. I opened my A-mail too many times. My liver is failing.
I have to go throw up 200 times.
All right, we're going to call it there.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, everybody. Listen to us.
Stay malazin, you maniacs.
Woo!
Hey!